Guess who's back? We have Maria from in Portugal here. Maria Pescadinha. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
She's our local expert. And today is a really important video for anyone who is planning to buy property in Portugal. Not for the golden visa necessarily, but just in general, if you're looking to buy property, today's announcement is for you because there's a new change for the habitation law. And a lot of people are excited about it because they think it's less bureaucracy, but really it could be at your detriment. So, Maria.
Okay.
Help us.
Yes. Okay, I've heard lots of clients of mine. First of all, this law was issued in January 8th of 2024.
Okay.
And everybody got really excited. What does it say? Oh, from now on, habitation license is not needed to buy property. What does this mean? Before, you wouldn't want to buy this house, so the seller had to have a permit, habitation license from the city hall saying, yes, the property is okay, people can move in, so yes, you can buy it. The seller had to have that document, not the buyer. And when you would go to the notary, the public notary or so on, they would only sell the house if that document was there. Okay, unless it was a construction built from before 1952, I believe. So if it was before that, they didn't need that license because they would assume you have to restore the whole thing. So, yeah.
Okay.
Now they said, you know what? We are having housing problem in Portugal, which we will address.
Okay.
I believe not many people agrees with me, but this is my opinion and I stick with it.
Freedom of speech.
Okay. So they say, oh, there's an habitation problem in Portugal. I understand that. Yes, there is. And they say, oh, because so many foreigners are moving into Portugal. Some say that. And I don't agree. Let me say why. There's a reason. I don't agree just because I don't agree. I have a reason. Okay. So you are moving to Portugal. When you move to a different country and you want to buy property, you are not that kind of expat is not moving to the country to work for a minimum wage. They have their own savings, they have their own ambitions, and they want to buy a high-end product. Okay, so those expats will come to Portugal and buy high-end property. If those expats wouldn't move, me, with a minimum wage, couldn't afford that house still.
Yeah.
Because that house was built with luxurious finishings, with an amazing view. It's not because you're an expat and you move to Portugal and you have a savings because you had a wage bigger than me, you are from another country. It's not because you came that the house is expensive. The house is expensive because there's construction supplies problem in Portugal since the starting of the war, in Portugal and all over the world, right? Because of distribution.
Yeah.
Now contractors want to build in better locations because they cannot be sure of the price of the construction because materials are inflationing. There's a different price every day, so they need to be safe. This is legit.
Yeah.
They need to be safe, so they better buy a high-end land and build in a high-end land to get some profit.
Yeah.
Because they don't know by the end of the construction if they are going to make evens or if
you don't
they
want to
haven't.
abandon their project because of budget issues.
Right?
Yeah.
So those constructions are not there for those who want to buy properties at 150 or 200. And there's another thing. The banks are not loaning money like they did in the 20,000, right? There's a huge crisis on that. So before, we will loan money for 40 years. Do 2 credits. One to buy the house and the other to buy a car. And another one for a credit card and another one, right? Remember that?
Yeah.
So now that doesn't happen. So it makes it harder for people to be able to buy houses. And the housing market of 150, 200 doesn't exist. Because the materials are so high, no one wants to endure those kind of constructions.
Yeah.
So that's, for me, my opinion, with the habitation problem, the housing problem, it's valid. And it is. I believe it's 2 different markets. The problem is there is not enough houses for the lower market because of the price of the construction materials. No builder wants to go through that route.
I see.
And we can relate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's one thing. And then people said, oh, now it's not going to need an habitation license. Like that was the problem to diluting the needing of housing. That's not the problem.
Okay.
Oh, there's too much bureaucracy in the city halls because it was the city halls that would issue that permit. And therefore, they will sell houses fast and then the housing problem will disappear. I don't agree.
Yeah.
Makes no sense. Now, let's talk about this change.
Yeah.
This change means that if me, Maria, I decide, oh, I have this beautiful land, I'm going to build a castle. Because I'm a princess.
I can't wait to see your castle, Maria.
So I build this beautiful castle. No permits. Why? I don't need them. The city hall will not come to inspect because I'm not going to need any permits. I can sell it the way it is. So I'm going to build it out of sand. You know what I mean?
A sand castle.
And then I go to the notary and I said, here, you want to buy it? And you say, oh, Maria, I love your castle. There's no need for permits here. And then you have the problem because when it rains, my castle will disappear.
I love this analogy.
Right?
Yeah, it sucks for the buyer. Yeah.
And then you call me and say, Maria, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You should have done your due diligence.
And you're allowed to do that. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say what I always said. You're coming to Portugal to buy property. Always hire a lawyer. Oh, the real estate agent told me, oh, you don't need it. The house is amazing. I checked it. Everything is okay. Not true.
Yeah.
They only get paid if they sell the house.
Yeah.
You can be with them for 1 year seeing houses. He's working for free.
Yeah.
He's only getting paid if you buy a house. So they're always going to say that. And attorneys, as you know, I'm sure it's like that in any country. Attorneys can check in courts if the house is pending for a divorce, an inheritance, and bankruptcy, and so on. An agent cannot. There's specific rules that are really important. I have clients that signed a promissory contract we call CPCV for 2 million euros houses without an attorney, and they come after. They say, Maria, I agree with him that he's going to put this and that and that. I'm like, that's not written in the contract.
Oh, wow.
What now? Now we have to expect good faith of the buyer.
Yeah.
So that's an example. So always go with an attorney.
Okay.
An attorney that you feel safe. Of course, you're going to one. You don't feel safe, go to the second one. It's the same as a doctor, right? Now, that's for the habitation license. This law says there's no need. What I tell my clients that come to my office to buy property, I always say, it's no need. We don't care. It's no need, but we'll take care of it.
You still do the same due diligence?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Like it was the law that never existed. So I'll contact the seller and say, okay, let's take care of this. What have you done in the city hall? Let's check all permits. Let's check everything. Oh, it's needed a paper. We'll take care of that. But it has to have the license. We need to feel safe that the client is buying a good real estate that to invest or to live in. Right?
Yeah.
And then there's curious things about this law. Okay. You know what a bidet is?
I do.
Okay, so now before, at least one bathroom of the house had to have a bidet. Now you don't have to have bidets.
Okay. Aw. They're so cool, guys, and cleanly.
I love a bidet.
Yeah.
You can do many things in a bidet. People don't know. You can wash your feet.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you come from the sand, the beach, because you went surfing.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess you're all wet, but it doesn't matter. You only want to wash your feet. Where are you going to wash your feet if you don't have a bidet?
Yeah.
You cannot.
No. A bathtub, maybe.
But then it's the whole body. You just want to wash the feet.
Yeah.
So you really do need a bidet. But I guess if you don't want to, you don't have it. The other thing is a bathtub.
Yeah.
At least one bathroom of the house had to have a bathtub.
That's interesting.
Yeah. People say, oh, Maria, but I bought a three bathrooms house and it had 3 showers, not a bathtub. That's because the person that built it or bought it after they get the habitation license, they change it.
Okay.
They would do those changes after the license.
Okay.
So now you can have 3 showers. No need for a bathtub.
What do you know what the reason was for the requirement?
Because that's a good question.
Oh,
my God. Okay. Because if you put a bathtub, the bathroom needs to have at least the size of the length of the bathtub. And now you can do a tiny, teeny, tiny shower and expect not to gain weight. You need to be like you were in your 20s the whole life, otherwise you cannot fit the shower. And then they had to have space for the bathtub, space for the bidet, space for the toilet, space for your legs until you reach the lavatory.
Yeah.
Now, no need for that. They just do the teeny tiny place, shower, no need for bidet, toilet, and lavatory.
Okay.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So my advice would be, okay, we are laughing at this. It's funny, the bidet and so on, especially for those countries who don't have bidet. So sad. But nowadays, habitation license, don't be that excited. Always demand to have it. If they say, oh, we just need to have the construction paperwork at the city hall, check if there's the construction work. Check if the plans at the city hall are the same. You go with the plans to the building and say, oh, that happened to me with a client in the Algarve. Algarve is amazing. Algarve is amazing. You go there with the plans. That bathroom doesn't exist in the plans. Oh, the builder got creative. These kind of things you need to worry about. Make sure that the documents that are at the city hall are the same floor plan that you see in the property before you buy it. That's really important.
Yeah.
Especially for balconies, the city hall can demand for you to tear them down if it's not in the paperwork. Constructions that you do in the backyard with no licenses and so on.
Okay. Yeah.
Because habitation license is not the same as construction license. You still have to have a construction license, okay?
Yeah.
But it's not demanded that you show them when you sign the public deed. You have to search them yourself. So get a lawyer.
Yeah.
Check everything. Get someone to be responsible. If you say, Maria, I get a lawyer and he doesn't do the work I want, what then? Lawyers have insurance. At least you have something to cover your liability. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So for the crypto crowd, don't trust, verify. Yeah. Thank you so much for this information. I think it's really helpful just being a foreigner in general. There's a lot that you don't know. The language might not be your fluent language or your mother tongue. So information like this, I think, is really helpful for anyone who's looking to buy. So Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Hit like and subscribe. More videos like this coming with Maria. And if you're interested in Portugal, then you gotta subscribe. What are you doing?
Ciao.
Bye.